What up, YouTube? Mike here with another video, and I got a confession to make. I ain't been posting videos. I know. I haven't been posting. I said I was gonna be consistent, right? Consistent Mike in the building. We working on it. So, since I've been so late on posting, I decided I had to punish myself in some form. And so, don't mind if you hear purring in the background, that's Bella over there. She's being very loud. But I'm over here watching my one of my favorite YouTubers, watching him do a story time, and I'm sitting here, no ideas for videos, and I'm just like, dang, that could be an idea. I could just steal that real quick, tell a story. But then you really sit there and think about it, and you're like, well, hold on a minute, because not everybody can just tell a story. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be memorable. It has to, like, be cool. So I don't have too many stories like that, but the ones that I do have, I guess, would be considered cool. But not everybody needs to know all that stuff. So I'm just gonna tell some pretty tame ones until I feel like changing my mind. But I get distracted when I like talk for a really long time, especially if I'm talking to a camera and not like a person, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be shuffling some cards because I like fidgeting with stuff. Today I got the Uno Unicorns cards. What you know about these? You don't know nothing about those. Don't even ask me why I got them. I got them. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so she's by my wires, but I'm hoping she doesn't mess with those. But yeah, so story time. I was a pretty normal kid, I would say. I was pretty smart though, you know, for my age. I feel like that's fair to say. I was a pretty smart kid, but at times I wasn't very smart. I was actually very not intelligent. And there's this one specific story that I barely remember because it happened when I was very, very young. I think I was maybe like 3, 4, 5, somewhere in that range, maybe 6. I don't remember. I was below 10. I was a child, right? So I believe this took place in Atlanta. I lived in 2 total places. I lived in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, not like the city, but like, you know, around the city, I guess, and Atlanta, Georgia. I believe this story happened in Georgia. I was living in an apartment with my mom at the time. I think it was like July 4th or like that weekend. You know what I mean? Like one of those days right in between where like I know the holidays were going on and I saw fireworks at one point, right? But for a lot of you out there, fireworks means a lot of things. That means barbecue, that means cookouts, that's the same thing. That means fireworks, you know, guns, America, all that, right? Well, for my family, 4th of July means badminton. And I don't know if you know what that is, but it's basically like tennis, but for like poor people, right? Because like you don't need a whole like rack to play. You just go to the Dollar Tree and then you get like the little set. Like it'll have 2 racks in it and then the little feather, you know what I'm saying? The little feather, you know, and it goes, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that thing. And then we had the setup though. We had like the net, the rigging, right? So I remember it was my mom, it was me, and it was my uncle. And we were all 4th of July playing badminton. I was getting cooked. I don't think I was winning very much, but it was very fun. I remember it being very fun. And I remember at some point I had gotten pretty hungry, right? Don't worry, I'm going somewhere with this. I had gotten pretty hungry, and I think at one point I asked my mom, I was like, hey, I want some M&Ms, like now, like I'm craving them. Like I need some M&Ms, boom, let's go. And she was like, no, because it was like nighttime and it was getting late and I'm pretty sure I had school the next day, you know, valid response. So in my kid brain, right, I'm all excited. I got all this adrenaline going on. I'm all excited about, you know, holidays and, you know, I'm just like, boom, let me cook real quick, right? So I get to hatching my little plot, right? I be paying attention when my mom took me places. You know what I'm saying? So I knew where the gas station was. I knew where my school was. I knew where grandma's house was. I knew where Walmart was. Like, I knew where stuff was based off of landmarks, right? So I go in my room, right? I'm plotting. I'm sitting there in my little room. I'm thinking. I'm like, all right, boom. So here's the play. Like, pretend I got my teddy bear set up. I'm talking to him, right? Here's the play, right? We're going to wait till everybody's asleep. This is serious. Like, this is what happened, right? We're going to wait till everybody's asleep. Gonna go in mom's purse. Bad, by the way. Gonna go in mom's purse. I'm gonna take exact change for M&Ms because I'm not a thief. I'm not a thief. I took exact change. I remember. I did the math. I know how much M&Ms cost. I was a fat kid, you know? Like, I knew. Like, hey, I'm good at math, you know what I'm saying? So, wait till everybody's asleep. Go in mom's purse. Take exact change. Sneak out the front door. Walk to the gas station. Purchase M&Ms. Walk back home. Eat M&Ms in room. Achieve eternal greatness. Easy as that. Easy plan. I thought I was on to something. I thought I was Elon Musk, Tony Stark. I was like, oh, bet, I'm cooking. So boom, I waited. I sat there like a little creep and I waited until everybody fell asleep. And I remember I snuck in my mom's room. It was the scariest thing I had ever done in my life. I snuck in there. It was all dark. I'm tiptoeing, right? And I don't remember if I left a note or what, but I did something that was supposed to signify, like, to her, like, hey, mom, if you ever find your $3.94 missing, it was me, but I needed it though. You know what I mean? Like, I rationalized it in my head somehow. I was like, I need the snack. Like, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I gotta go. So I do what I do. I slip the little money out and I slip whatever I slipped in there. And I'm just like, boom, like, we switching out the artifacts, you know what I'm saying? So I get to the living room and I start getting scared. Like, I start second guessing. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can go through with this. This is kind of wild. Like, I've never stepped foot outside of my apartment without people, like other people. Obviously, I'm a child. I'm like 5. So I just kind of think about it and I'm like, well, let's evaluate what can happen here. On one hand, you stay a good kid, you stay at home, you put the money back, you go to bed. On the other hand, you get some M&Ms and you get away with it, and then you go to bed. It was easy. I opened the door. I marched right out. I went down the stairs. I think I was in the second story. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I remember stairs. Sure, whatever, stairs. I go down the stairs and immediately, boom, I got photographic memory. I started mapping out my path. I'm like, boom, we don't need a car. I'm walking here. I'm walking on this sidewalk. I'm staying on this street. I'm going past this stop sign. I didn't need nothing. I didn't need a car. I didn't need a map. I didn't need Waze. I was walking straight memory. So I finally get to the gas station, right? I think it was a Shell. I remember it being yellow. I get to the gas station. And you know, it's a regular dude as the clerk. He doesn't care that a child is walking in here by himself. I don't know that that's wrong. I'm thinking in my head that I'm just an adult. I'm like, I do what I want. Like, I'm like, hey man, I'm good. What's up, Pajit? Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, where's the snacks at? Like, let's get this transaction going. You know what I mean? So I'm walking in there at LL Cool J. I see the M&Ms. I match up my money, like, with the price. Like, I'm making sure that I got enough to where he don't say nothing when I give him the money, because I need this to go smooth. Like, I'm trying to get back to the house. Like, mama be tripping, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I ain't supposed to be out this late. I'm 5, you know? Like, I got kindergarten in the morning. Like, let's wrap this up. So I'm matching my money, and everything looks right. I'm like, all right, boom. So I grab not Skittles. I grab my M&Ms. I put them on the counter, and I just like, what up? Like, let's go. You know, like, let's do this. And so he says the price. He's like, $3.94. I'm like, all right, boom. Pull it out of my pocket, smooth, just like we practiced. You remember the briefing room. Pull it out of my pocket. Put it on the clerk thing. I sit back. He takes the money. 5-year-old me. I'm a child. I had like, I think I had like literally 3 crumbled up dollars and some change in my hand, and I just dropped it on this guy's thing. He probably thought my parents were outside. Now that I think about it, yeah, he probably thought they were like in a car, and I just came in by myself. No, my apartment is 10 minutes away. Like, I walked here, but we're not gonna worry about that. So he fell for it. Bro got duped, gave me the M&Ms. I didn't even need a receipt. He said, "You want a receipt?" I said, "Nope," because that's evidence. I was ahead. I thought I was cooking. I'm the smartest little 5-year-old that ever existed. So boom, right? I don't even need a bag. M&Ms in hand. I think it was the yellow ones with the peanuts. I think I was really into those at the time. And I'm walking down the street going back the same path I had mapped out to my apartment. I'm thinking I'm good. I just got to sneak in under the cover of night. I got my M&Ms, fat kid stuff. You know what I'm saying? No. So tell me why. I'm walking back. I'm strolling. I'm doing just fine. I know nobody's looking for me. Not that my parents are bad. I just know that once they're asleep, they're asleep. So I know that no one's looking for me yet because I'm in my room, right? So I'm walking back and I see police lights. And I'm a kid, so I don't associate police with bad. I'm just like, hey, police do, like, I might want to be one of you when I grow up, you know, like, I'm like, hey, astronaut, doctor, police, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're cool. So I'm walking, I see him, we make eye contact, but I keep going. Like, I'm like, you know, like, hey, what? It's pitch black. It is night time. I don't know what time it is. It probably was like 8 or 9. It was probably just getting into nighttime. They see me, roll down the window. Hey, bud, where are your parents at? Who, me? It's like that meme that's going crazy on TikTok, the duck. Bro. I had to snitch. I was like, damn, I'm finna go to jail. They finna think I stole. They finna think I'm running away from the scene of the crime. I'm screwed. Like, I'm screwed. So they say, where are you going? And I'm like, home. And they're like, you know the way back? And I'm like, of course. And then they say, what's your address? And I go, say my whole address. I'm thinking that they're gonna leave me alone. They didn't leave me alone. So they say, hop in the car, bud. I'm like, fuck. Can I say that on YouTube? We're about to see. I don't know. I'm upset, right? I'm like, oh my, I'm screwed. What am I supposed to do? I'm in the back of the police car. I just accepted my fate. I'm just like, all right, this is how the legend of Lil Mike ends. This is it right here. I'm going to the Slammer for a pack of M&Ms. I'm gonna be holding up my little card with my name on it with my M&Ms like this. That's me, right? We pull up to my complex, and then I'm like, okay, we're home. All right. Maybe they're just gonna drop me off, you know, free limousine, you know what I'm saying? No. So we get there. I point out my unit. I'm like, here's where I live. My mom's up there. I promise I have a mom. Like, I'm not an orphan. I'm not stealing off the streets. She's up there. I promise. Like, you know? They're like, hey, but we're gonna go ahead and walk you upstairs. Make sure you get home all right. All right. Let's go. And I walk him upstairs to a sleeping mama bear cave with 2 white police officers and me in tow in the middle of them. I don't know if many of you have kids, but the last thing a parent wants to see is their kid in the middle of 2 cops. I don't care in what regard it is, even if they're being honored in some way. Let's just maybe not be that close. So they knock on the door. It takes a little bit. It was a little cold. I remember it was a little nippy. My mom took a little bit getting up. But she got up, opened the door, saw me, and she's like, "Hello, officers." I'm cooked, chat. Those cops looked at her, and with full vibrato, confidence in their voice, they told her exactly what I told them in the car. They told her my plan. They told her where I went. They told her what I got. They told her how I told them our address. Told her how I got locked up in the car. Not really locked up, but just in the back of the car. All up until we got to the door. So my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. He does this all the time. He's known for running away," or whatever she said to get out of the situation, right? I'm sure it was stressful, but I'm sure she seemed nice enough, right? Like, it's not like she's in there shooting up or anything. So I'm sure that the cops were trying to be cool about it, because they found me very close. Like, I wasn't like 3 blocks away. I was at the neighborhood gas station, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know how she smooths it over, but I'm in the house again. And I'm pretty sure I had to tell her what happened. And I just kind of remember wrapping it up with like, "Why didn't you just ask?" And I'm like, "I did. I asked. You said no." So I took matters into my own hands and almost got arrested for it at the age of 5. No, I wasn't actually going to get arrested probably, but a scary experience. All that to say, I don't think I can really have kids, because if I do, they're probably going to be as smart and as dumb as me. And I personally don't think I'll be able to smooth over something like that happening with my son. So let this be another cautionary tale. If you know you have some bright kids at home, you're a teacher, you got some bright students in class, you gotta teach them not to be too confident. You know what I mean? Like, not too, like, I could have easily been kidnapped. You know what I mean? Like, random bum on the street sees a cute little light-skinned boy, you know, you never know. Like, I could have just been yanked up, never seen again. I'm first 48 missing persons. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, the rest of that night is kind of a blur, probably for my own good. But yeah, that was like the most tame story I could think of for right now. But if you guys enjoyed that one, there are plenty more. Some funny, some not, you know, it really depends. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. If you stayed this long, thanks, you know, thanks for talking to me, learn a little bit about me. I'm kind of stupid, but also very smart, you know. But yeah, thanks so much for stopping by. Subscribe, like the video. Bella says bye. Adios.